Every day, billions are trapped in the same game, thinking private equity, institutional capital, and crowdfunding are separate worlds, locked in a battle where one must lose for the other to win. But the real battle is inside the mind. The frustration of founders grinding to raise money, the anger of investors sidelined by gatekeepers, the gnawing pain of knowing your project deserves more, but the system keeps slamming doors. This is not just about money, it's about freedom crushed beneath rigid hierarchies, about potential throttled because of invisible rules no one dares to challenge. You feel it, the cold weight of institutional capital wielding power like an unbreakable fortress. You see startups caught in endless loops of endless meetings with VCs who talk circles around passion and vision, drowning everything in spreadsheets and cold calculations. The truth is ugly and liberating all at once. Both systems fail you, royally and repeatedly. And then there's crowdfunding, this shiny promise of democratized access to capital. Those platforms that seduce with the idea of community and participation. But is it really different? Is crowdfunding just another illusion wrapped in excitement? Or a genuine competitor rising from the ashes of the old guard? Institutional capital is a beast chained to legacy. It moves slow, it demands control, it punishes risk with the fiercest rigor. It's designed to protect yesterday, not to build tomorrow. Deals that scream innovation and growth get vetoed because they don't fit neatly into a spreadsheet, or because decision makers are terrified to break the mold. This monster feeds on conformity, old networks, thick contracts, and months of bureaucracy that kill momentum before it even starts to look promising. For you, the founder burning midnight oil, the investor desperate to back real potential, this system is a gauntlet of rejection and endless waiting. But crowdfunding, you say? The underdog's hope? The revolution of the many raising voices and wallets together? It's seductive, yes. It's fast and decentralized and, on paper, perfectly aligned with this new world where boundaries crumble and freedom reigns. Yet underneath the hype lies a different pain. Crowdfunding platforms are often fragmented, chaotic, and noisy. The crowd is fickle, distracted, overwhelmed with choices. Without precise signals, without impeccable curation, crowdfunding struggles to deliver consistent, scalable capital. For every shining success story, there are hundreds drowning in obscurity, overlooked or lost in a sea of mediocre pitches. Here's the brutal truth that no one wants to admit. Neither institutional capital nor crowdfunding, as they exist today, hold the keys to what founders and investors desperately need. Both systems are caught in old paradigms. One stuck in fortress mentality, the other chasing elusive crowds with no filter or framework. That leaves you stranded, lost between slow giants and noisy crowds, watching the clock tick as opportunity slips by. But what if the game is not about choosing sides? What if you refuse to be a pawn? What if the real power isn't in either institutional capital or crowdfunding? But in what happens when you master both, transcend the limits they impose, and build something no one else dares to create? Listen carefully. Founders, stop begging narrow gatekeepers for scraps of attention. Investors, stop chasing after sharks disguised as institutional wisdom. Neither will give you what you're really after: freedom to build, freedom to invest smart, freedom to join forces with those who get it. The only path forward is to reinvent the entire journey. Step 1. Reclaim control over your networks. Stop scattering your pitch across faceless platforms or hoping to ride the coattails of big funds. Build your own autonomous community. A ruthless, selective network where every connection contributes massive value. Reach out directly to the few who matter, not the many who waste time. This is not about crowds. It's about the rare and the relentless. Step 2. Master hybrid capital strategies. Forget the outdated divide. Use crowdfunding to validate markets and build passionate early audiences. Then, bring in institutional partners, not to replace freedom, but to scale it. Treat capital as a tool, not a master. Create deal structures that allow investors to protect upside, but give founders the leash they need to innovate wildly. Negotiate terms that force transparency, speed, and agility, unleashing the kind of velocity old world funds fear. Step 3. Weaponize technology, but refuse to become its slave. Deploy cutting-edge platforms to streamline investor relations and democratize deal access, But never let algorithms dull your instinct, nor let platforms dictate your strategy. Use technology to enhance human synergy, not to replace it. Blend the precision of data with the messy, beautiful unpredictability of real people who see your vision and are willing to fight for it. Step 4. Cultivate brutal honesty and absolute meritocracy in your team and investor relations. No ego, no comfort zones, no politics. In private equity's future, you do not survive by identity or legacy. You thrive by ruthless value creation and relentless innovation. Challenge your investors and your founders alike to earn trust every day or get the hell out. This culture will keep your network lean, focused, and explosive in results. Step 5. Transcend borders and outdated tribal loyalties. Think global from day one, not just in market targeting, but in mindset and partnership. Pool diverse perspectives, capital, and talents across continents. Embrace diversity not as a checkbox, but as a weapon of revolutionary transformation. This is the secret sauce investors and founders who break the mold are already using to outrun competition. Remember, institutional capital and crowdfunding are not enemies. They are incomplete tools in a system built to confine, divide, and sedate potential. But those who master the contradictions, who build bridges between the old and the new, who forge autonomous alliances filled with fire and focus, they become unstoppable. This is your call to arms. Tear up the rule books that say you must choose. Smash the cage of narrow thinking. Publish meticulously both dreams and hard numbers. Build networks of trust, not noise. Deliver products and ideas so sharp, they slice through skepticism like light through darkness. Those who sit quietly, hoping for permission or mercy, to them, this message may feel dangerous, unsettling. But to you, the restless, the angry, the bold, it is the spark that will ignite everything. The future isn't a gift handed down by institutions or the crowd. It's a hard-fought prize taken by those willing to break every rule, create new systems of synergy, and refuse to be corralled by yesterday's illusions. Institutional capital and crowdfunding platforms won't compete if you don't rewrite the rules. You are the ones who must combine the rigor of big money with the passion of the crowd, the discipline of legacy with the speed of innovation. Unlock the power of hybrid strategies, build laser-focused networks, and unleash global meritocratic capital flows that crush mediocrity and elevate true potential. This is how you win. This is how private equity transcends itself. This is your revolution. The world promised freedom but gave chains. It's time to break every one of them.